But it did make me laugh. Of course, I was a mess last night emotionally. But it did make me laugh just a little bit when you said, man, I really want you to sing Forgiven Again. Doug's going out on his own, doing his solo stuff, and going to be with his family more often. And the first line of Forgiven Again is, I left my family, the love that I know.
I try my very best, but still.
And gone, really?
And gone. You know, you said something about not having a brother and us being like brothers, and it really has been. And Lisa and I don't have children, and so standing back and watching you shine and sing and say and everything you're doing, I can't begin to say what it's like to be a dad, but it's just, I'm proud of you as if it was my own son going up and hitting a grand slam and strutting around the bases, and you said about paying back. The only way you can pay me back is to go out and slam dunk it every night and do it to the highest level, the highest quality, and I'll stand back and I'll smile and that's how you can pay me back. You go out there and kick Satan in the butt, okay? Well, this is also, this week was this the week that David Letterman was his last? He's an Indiana boy. And his big thing was the top 10 list. So,
Was it roasting time?
you know what? I will do my top 10 list, and you guys can think of a couple of things you want to throw in. If this list grows to 20, we can do that. We can do that. Are you leaving? So, this is my Doug Anderson top 10 moments with signature sound. Number 10, those early morning, when my knees were still working, those early morning runs, when you would get us lost, just so we could run further. Don't think I don't know what you were doing.
5 more minutes.
Just 5 more minutes, he would say. We got so lost so many times. How many times dogs chased us? Oh. Number 9, top 10 moment with Doug Anderson and Signature Sound. Doing the step backs on Getaway Jordan on the Gaither stage, and you falling down and doing a complete splits, and then hopping back up acting like I meant to do that. Actually, what I wrote that down on. It actually wasn't the Gaither stage; it was the Getaway Jordan video itself, and I somehow was able to edit that out. But I got it taped somewhere. That's going to end up on YouTube one day. We've all fallen down once or twice. Okay, and number 8, top 10 moment of Doug Anderson and Signature Sound. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, in the beginning, when we got to the church and the doors weren't open, and Doug Anderson climbs through the window, unlocks the door so we can set everything up, coming to find out we were at the wrong church. Don't get mad at me on this one, okay? Because you did threaten to kill me on this one. But number 7, top 10 moments for me, Doug Anderson and Signature Sound. Richmond, Indiana. Singing the second verse to Happy Rhythm, and all your partials fly out on the steps in front of you.
That was, you know why I smile all the time? Because I got total reconstructive mouth surgery back in the day. Well, while they were doing it, I had to wear all these retainers and stuff like that. We hit the end of Happy Rhythm, and I'm singing as loud as I can. It shoots out of my mouth. Lands on the stage, and not only does it land on the stage, but there are steps, and it rolls like a slinky. It is. And the thing was, I just walked down very calmly and picked him up, and I thought I just turned around and put it back, but the choir loft was full of people too.
But where it got worse, we went too far, because we always go too far with everything. It said just keep it going,
me sit down on the steps.
And just started laughing. Shut the program down. Don't ever do that to me again. Pizza King that night. Ernie, don't ever do that to me again. Oh man, that could have been number 1. Number 6. But it gets better, I promise. Number 6. I know what you were reading ahead. Number 6 top 10 moment of Doug Anderson with Signature Sound. Parkersburg, Virginia. After the show, we used to wear breakaway team sweatpants. You were talking to some fan, like you always do, letting them pour their heart out to you. I walked by, and yes, the boss shook his sweatpants completely off. And you stood there in your kind way talking to the fans in your tidy whities. And that's our leader, y'all. That'll be on YouTube next week too, so no.
They got more of us.
Oh man. Oh, it's still funny. Oh, the 5th top 10 moment. Our run in Jerusalem, Israel. Running around the corner and running directly outside the Gaza Strip. Just having a man stop and tell us, get our you-know-what back this way. And us making record time back to the hotel where we vowed with pale faces to never tell our wives until now. I'm shaking thinking about it. What? We were so stupid. We were so... Fourth top 10 Signature Sound moment with Doug. Hartford, Connecticut, where I thought I was having a heart attack. Got in the ambulance. You went with me. Sat there for 6 hours praying with me, telling me, Ernie, you're not Superman. You got to learn to let some things go. And no, we can't tell them.
Come on.
And then the 3rd top 10 moment, we're getting serious here, is last month in Denver, Colorado, at the Cathedral Fan reunion where you did something that you've done countless times. You made sure some kid in a wheelchair got through the line to see me. Always being sensitive, always being selfless, always putting others before yourself. 2nd, top 10 moments. All the heartfelt times I felt the move of God in our programs because of your incredible gift and because your heart is in tune with the Spirit of God. And the number 1 top 10 moment for me, ever, is you reaching across the aisle late one night, giving me a fist bump, telling me everything was going to be all right when this group was going to hell pretty quick. And for staying with me and being my best friend and for helping me get this group off the ground. I love you.
I've gotten many gifts from you guys over the years, and thank you for that. Those mean so much to us, more than you'd ever know. If you've ever been in my office, which you guys have, but most of you haven't because you haven't been in my house, but some have. If you in my office, I take pride in putting pictures of some of my favorite moments and capturing those so they'll always be remembered. Of course, there's countless photos of our family, but in my office, it's pretty much about Signature Sound, pretty much. And most of the pictures are in there either taken by Susan or MG. And Susan just gave me a picture from the Broadway taping that we did. And I cannot wait to get it framed and put in my office because it captures our spirit on stage together. And I want to pass this one around because Melanie wrote some stuff on the back of it. It's a picture of me in the studio recording. And I'll set it somewhere where you can see it, but this picture means the world to me. But will you hold it so I can read it? On the back it says, it's more than just a canvas of somebody in a studio recording. It was my first time in the studio while someone was recording. You kept repeating, walk on, walk on. Not until recently did all the pieces come together. You'll never walk alone. It is very special and near to my heart for many reasons. Helped me through some of the darkest times of our family's life. Now it's my turn to say, walk on, walk on. You'll never walk alone. This is a new chapter. You can count on me walking with you. I love you. P.S. The Grand Ole Opry is still missing out on one of the best. Isn't that sweet? I cherish that. Thank you.
I texted a few people last night, and I knew what I wanted to say. And just so you understand, my heart's crying a lot. I can't let the tears go in public, or I become. Remember Bill Cosby when he had that routine that he used to do about going to the dentist, and he'd talk about this, and that's how my lip gets when I get to crying. My lip it flutters. So I try to hold it in.
That's why we keep Snickers.
That's why you keep Snickers. But I texted a few people last night, and I wanted them to share a moment and tell you publicly what they think about you. And first one I reached out to is old Dale Grimes. He's just such a life force. Dale, would you stand real quick? Come on up here too. That'd be awesome.
I put my notes down, so I wouldn't. Yeah, well, I think I can see it. I got the amplified version here, so I can. No, I just want to thank you, Ernie, for this opportunity to share a few words about Doug. You and your group have been a significant and signature part of the soundtrack of my life, and I know that I'm speaking for many of people here. Now, wow, Doug, the roast continues. 13 years. That is epic in quartet ministry. And then, so explain to me, only here for a while. Well, only here for a little while. Sometimes I wonder. We have to kind of turn the corner here. It's getting a little bit, morbid. Anyway, no. But what we've heard is a comma, not a period. And in God's economy, I know there's more yet to come. And y'all, this all started, my journey with you started 6 years ago next month. I had never seen these guys live. I didn't own any product. I had only seen them at one Gaither event in February of 2009. They were getting ready to go on a cruise. And I started going to their website. I saw them, I was enamored. And I could kick myself for not stopping at the table afterwards. I took a buddy of mine who was going through a divorce to a concert. We remarked about they're still at the table, and there wasn't anybody else from the Gaither tour at their table. And we thought, that is amazing. I want to know more about this group. So I was following their website, and one day I walked up to Ernie Haas in the Atlanta airport, and I said, "Are you Ernie Haas?" And he was getting ready to board a flight to Johannesburg, and I said, "I'm working at it. I've become a big fan of yours." And I didn't own any product yet. He introduced me to the rest of the guys who showed up. And Wayne and David were there on the tour that night, and got to meet them. And somewhere across the South Atlantic, flying to Johannesburg is about a 15-hour flight. Most of the people were asleep. Doug was stretching his legs, and we stood in the middle of a 777 in a cross aisle and talked for an hour. And a lot of what you heard this morning, you shared with me. How you met Ernie and how that conversation began. And I was like, wow. And so I heard exactly what you heard this morning. And I was blown away. And he told me, I'm living the dream. And I still, folks, had never been to a solo concert. So today I am dreaming wide awake. Several CDs and DVDs later, I've met some incredible people and their families. I have been to numerous concerts from Amsterdam to Wabash and from Akron to Lapel. And now many of these great people in this audience are my friends on Facebook, and I see them at concerts, and it's my extended signature family too. So this is a great thing that you have started. So I'm reminded of the Hebrews 11 verse that we are surrounded by this great cloud of witnesses. And I think that is probably one of the most appropriate things that this retreat can represent in the life of your family. Okay. You know, the artist carefully crafts, lyrics are like, excuse me, back up a step. Lyrics are words that can be compared to paint. It takes the artist who carefully crafts the various hues with brushstrokes of musical notes, and a masterpiece of a song is born. Ernie, you've assembled a quartet of master artists, all of them, including yourself. And I would say that Doug would be your Van Gogh. And pretty soon he'll be, where did he go? Hashtag, where did he go? Okay. So, as I close, I said, this journey or drive with you has been back porch perfect. I know I speak for countless many in this room that you've got friends. You've helped all of us in this room understand. You've helped me understand. You've helped us understand moment by moment grace, and that we are grateful recipients of showers of sweet blessing when all we deserved was dropped. Last night, we were reminded once again some of the most profound lyrics and promises in the scripture through that statement. And one of the greatest lyrics in the repertoire of Signature Sounds repertoire. Just in sight of the place where the lane meets the road, Father is waiting to carry my load. His big arms are longing to draw us to Him. I'm forgiven. We're